The third movement is arguably the most complicated contrapuntal work Mahler ever wrote. It's in the form of a rondo, a Baroque musical structure with a central musical idea, which alternates with contrasting ones, but always keeps returning. This movement is also the most dissonant and atonal of Mahler's compositions up to this point. The opening theme is again made up of three separate elements. The trumpets at the very beginning with a very short, almost atonal motive, followed in short order by the strings with their answer to the trumpets, followed by the whole orchestra answering the strings, and then the entire melodic idea completed by the strings. What follows is a mad fugue-like section with no inherent key structure, mimicking the chaos and frenzy of urban city life. This movement is also titled burlesque in the score, which means humorous, even though as the piece progresses there is less and less humor and much more chaos and foreboding. We come to the first contrasting section of the piece, firmly in F major and announced by the first violins. This theme, many commentators have cited, sounds very familiar and is related to a theme Franz Lehár wrote in his operetta The Merry Widow, called in German the Weibermarsch. Mahler and his wife attended many performances of The Merry Widow at the Hofoper, so it's possible that subconsciously he was citing this very theme at this point in the score. We return to the A section of the rondo, this time more frenetic, with a new inserted theme in the first violins. What follows is another fugato or small fugue passing between various sections of the orchestra, first starting with the trombones. The A section winds down, and quickly we are back in the B section Merry Widow. Mahler adds a new theme related to the main, one proudly played by the horns. He begins a return to the A section, this time slightly varied, and again another new theme presented by the horns as well. Which is followed by another new idea played by the clarinets. This, again, fugato section disintegrates, and we are plunged into an entirely new section in this movement, which many refer to as an episode, simply because it is completely unrelated to the tumult which precedes it. The counterpoint calms down completely, and we are confronted with an ethereal, otherworldly atmosphere, very much again related to the peace and tranquility of the last movement. We return to the symphony's original key of D major, with the horns playing a theme from the previous A section. What follows, though, is an entirely new theme, not related to anything we have heard previously, played by the trumpet. It's an ethereal, beautiful, very melancholic idea, which becomes the thematic basis for the rest of this strange episode or interruption in the piece. This new theme passes between various groups of the orchestra in this ethereal, otherworldly atmosphere. The only interruptions in this musical idyll, this other world, are the woodwinds with faster and almost comical punctuations of this new theme. From this point, Mahler decides to extend his episode further and settles on a beautiful, very upsetting variation of this theme, played now by the solo viola. From this very quiet, introverted music, Mahler returns to the A section, and all the contrapuntal chaos we experienced before, this time magnified to the utmost level of intensity. All the important themes we have talked about so far are thrown from one section of the orchestra to the other in a contrapuntal musical chaos, while all the time the metrical values get faster and faster. Finally, Mahler doubles the tempo in an insane whirl of the original material, and we close the piece with a shocking and abrupt end in the original key of A minor, with the trumpets blaring out the original theme. A perfect representation in sound, to my mind, of all the chaos of our modern urban world, very reminiscent emotionally of what we all are going through right now.